Welcome to this presentation of the American Kubb Association's Open Championship Series. This presentation is made possible by the support of our official broadcast partner, Troy Creative, based in San Francisco, California. If you'd like to learn more about Kubb and join our community, visit us at kubbamerica.org. That's K-U-B-B, America.org.
We'd like to welcome you to the 2026 West Coast Kubb Championships in South Pasadena, California, where the gold medal finals are about to begin. This is the 10th annual edition of the West Coast Kubb Championships, and it features two stacked teams playing for the title here on the cage pitch, brought to you by the Marsh McLeod Agency, and featuring brand new signage. I guess year 2026. On your left, Team ED, Evan Fitzgerald, former national champion, and Josh Feathers, alias Dobbie, former national finalist. On your right, the Chippewaffles, Dan Ivanuck and Adam Holtz, 2024 Kubb Player of the Year.
Ready, action!
So the finals here is set to begin with a king toss momentarily. The king toss, Rich, does what during the match?
It determines who will get the sticks first, or you can also choose to defer and pick a side. But we'll determine who gets the first.
By the way, alongside Rich Fineza doing call commentary, I'm your play-by-play announcer today. Once again, we're at the West Coast Kubb Championships 2026, the gold medal matchup between GQB, Josh Feathers, and Evan Fitzgerald on your left, and Dan Ivanuck and Adam Holtz on your right. The king toss is underway. As Rich said, that's to see who goes first. And it looks like the beginning of a very close match.
Yes, and we do want to shout out the LA Kubb Club as the hosts of the West Coast Kubb Championship. Again, our 12th annual.
So it looks like the king toss was won by TBD. That's Dobbie and Evan on your right, and they will throw two batons at the game.
Chippewaffles chose the side
on your left, slightly downhill. I played on this pitch as that moves slightly uphill towards the right.
Correct.
Is a factor. What is Dobbie? His first throw, that's a miss for the hitter.
It also could be, what side of the pitch that they prefer to drill on as well, right?
They do. They look at the drill spots and make a choice what they think might be more conducive or soccer. So the Team ED, who rolled into the finals after a very tough semifinal, 2-1 win the semifinals, opening the door to the Chippewaffles on 4 of the Thomas. And it's on the first throw by Dan, and it hit on the second throw by Dan.
Yeah, man, it's like
When you're a team who goes second and the other team goes base for 2, there's another hit by out. What's your mindset? Are you sort of pouncing on that opportunity, or are you trying to control your enthusiasm?
Well, you're definitely trying to pounce and capitalize on that. You want to put the pressure on, and your goal is to get 4 Kubbs down with those 4 sticks. And
do you feel getting 2 Kubbs down as a disappointment, or sort of like par for the course?
I personally feel it's a disappointment at this point. I think 3 for 4 should be the minimum goal you can. Especially when you're at this level and you're playing for some
really good players. So the Chippewaffles went 2 for 4. There's the drill from TUD on the right of your screen. Bit of a split there. That's not an easy double. Evan's going to step up. He usually shoots 4 days for his team. He's going to step up looking for a double. Just picks the right. So there it goes for the other one. And then squares that one on. So they have 4 throws left. He's even been on board. Down 5-3 based on 3.
this was just like I'm doing something.
Passing into the first throw. That's 1 for 1 for him and something.
Davie, Illinois. Well,
Rich, what's your feeling about the sun in this match? It looks very slanty. I see this team in sunglasses. How big of a factor do you think that?
I think it was probably one of the reasons why Dan and Adam chose the side they chose.
The south side.
Because I think that he's can definitely play into it.
Big role, right? Well, so far, the Team ED is 3 for 3 from 8 meters. So his turn, and there's their fourth throw, which is a miss. So
A good turn.
plus 3, which I think that feels like a really good turn.
That feels good turn. Yes, you're right back in it. Obviously, you missed your first 2, and you're right back in this game.
Yeah. So now we think of when you're drilling, at least I think of a drill in this situation, Adam and Dan, as being on defense, right? They need to defend their position in this game with drilling 5 cubes, and then see after they clear the 5 if they can go on offense and hit something on offense.
Exactly.
But for the moment, they're kind of on defense, and Adam has put 2 out of the 5 out, so he's got 2 refills.
I mean, that's pretty much the case. I think if you're down cubes in any situation, you're always playing defensively.
Yeah.
Ooh,
It's going to be close. I think it's in. And that's going to be a little wide, a little spready. I don't think Adam's going to be particularly happy with that.
probably not.
Especially if this cube is out.
That was in your vacation, and it is out. The call is out.
Call is out. So that's a second throw. That's a penalty cube. Evan didn't realize, but that's a penalty cube. It's being drilled out twice.
Mine's like I mark it.
So 4 tipped up, and then 1 penalty cube is what are you looking for here in these first 3 or 4 throws that Dobbie and Evan are going to make?
I'm looking to hopefully get it down in 2, right? Because you got that penalty cube to get
these
to
4 down in 2?
Yeah.
Okay.
Based on what we're seeing here, I think it's probably a minimum of 2. And then they're going to have to burn that 3rd baton, ideally, it'd be on the 3rd throw, on the PK, and so,
Okay, penalty cube.
Yeah.
The one that Evan's going to place wherever he wants back there.
So then they'll only have 3 more sticks to the back, so that'll be difficult for them to...
to really get any advance. Yeah. Makes sense.
I mean, there could be some action for a quad.
Once again, I'm Julian Petrillo alongside Rich Fineza at the 2026 West Coast Kubb Championship Gold Bracket Finals. Team Chippewaffles on your left, Adam Holtz and Dan Ivanuck. On your right, Team ED. They're Josh Feathers, alias Dobbie, and former national champion Evan Fitzgerald. This is game 1. It's always... I like to equate the tipping up of the cubes to watching paint dry. To me, it's hard to imagine something less interesting than tipping up the cubes as a spectator.
Right, but it is very
But strategically.
strategic. Yeah, so that one, he tried to go for a quad there.
It's very important. There has been a movement to put a shot clock or a chest clock on the tipping up of the. Ooh, that's a tough miss from Dan. Tough miss. Shot clock or a chest clock would mean you have 30 seconds, 60 seconds to tip up the cubes.
It's a valid point.
That would allow for a finite advertising window during that portion of the run.
We would. And now they're on to the 4th baton.
The costly miss from Bruce. That's
4.
Sorry, from Dan there. That's 4 throws, so Adam has to clear this, which he does. And now that's 1 left to try to make some hay on the baseline.
Yeah. So we're going to go through this turn without having an opportunity to hit another baseline. So that's... There you go.
Actually, that was the PK, right? Yeah.
So
they just cleared their 5 cubes.
Yeah. Although, but I know a lot of guys.
That's fair. It's got to put a fucking wall behind brilliant center. Yeah, right? It is. Listen, only my neighbor can know. It's not my neighbor. And the next one.
I already had 2 of you, so I think I owe you some money. I think it's short.
So the tipping of the cubes continues here. Rich, when you get into a pressure match like this, a final with eyes on you, how does that change your mindset in terms of just versus sort of a regular Friday night where you're playing with your buds? Like, what's the pressure element, and what does it mean to you?
Definitely pressure. I think, ideally you're kind of going into it thinking like it's just another game, but reality is that everything matters, and you're there's some nerve, and rightfully so.
Is it easier to get distracted in an environment like this, or can you screen it out?
I can scream it out, yeah. And to me, it's not really so much the crowd is just trying to help your team, not
Focus on your
focus
teammate.
on your teammate.
And just kind of
on-
stay as a in the moment, in the duo.
Absolutely.
Here's Evan with a
You can see these
throw,
guys.
which is pretty good. You need to clear this. Oh, wow, whoa, fantastic triple from Evan.
But you can see the look on these guys' faces. They don't think they see anything but the.
I think they're trying to ignore us. I'm wondering kind of how good a job they're doing. And I'm not sure that everybody does an equally good job.
I don't think so.
But I know for me it can be hard. Yeah. So now Evan and Dobbie have 4 throws left. They're in what we call the red zone. They're still in the red zone, meaning they have enough batons to win the game.
Correct.
That's a costly miss from Dobbie.
There you go.
There's
Quick
a
comeback.
clean hit from Dobbie. Is a very nice, what we call a 180 rotation, where the baton just turns half of a rotation, and the part that was in his hand winds up hitting the coup, hitting the miss. That was the
That might be.
game-winning throw there, but he didn't connect.
Well, it might be important to mention that Evan has not played regularly for quite a while.
That's a good point. Evan's one of the kind of luminaries of organized coup, but he hasn't spent a lot of the last 5 or 6 years playing in tournaments.
I think the last time he's actually played, it was 18 months ago, end of 2020.
Is that right? Yeah. Wow. So he's back here trying to shake the rust up, and I think
he looks
viewers and spectators here would agree he's doing a damn good job. He's drilling like a house of fire.
Yeah.
And he's also blasting well, too.
Yeah.
So I think...
You played this tee earlier today.
Which one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, we did. And Evan's drilling was just immaculate. I mean, absolutely fantastic.
You gave him a good fight, though.
The Chippewaffles now are drilling 6, needing to make some hay.
Yes.
They're down 3 baseline groups to 1.
This is
They know they need to get on the board here, and Adams put together what looks to be a pretty nice
good.
drill.
So here you're looking, hopefully, for 2-stick clearing of the field.
2 shots to clear. Okay.
And then, which gives you 4 sticks to hit the back, which is, they need to put some more coups in play.
The question for you is, we'll watch this scintillating stand-up process. Talk a little bit about, I'm going to let our viewers know about the umbrella organization that has kind of brought some organizational structure to North American Kubb. They go by the American Kubb Association. Mm-hmm. Always looking for new signups, by the way, at the website. Kubb America, at the website KubbAmerica.org. The American Kubb Association is an umbrella organization that's brought some structure and some also kind of business acumen to how Kubb tournaments, sanctioned Kubb tournaments, are organized in North America. Mm-hmm. Again, it's free to sign up, and they don't send a million emails. In fact, they almost send no emails. But the more signups they have, the more they know they're penetrating, and that's KubbAmerica.org. So the American Kubb Association has chosen, I'm going to throw this to you, has chosen 4 tournaments for sanctioned as major tournaments in North America.
Yes.
Where are we at in that arc?
We are, the West Coast Kubb Championships are the first major of the year. Kind of like your Australian Open for those tennis fans. But yes, we are.
So this is a major tournament.
We are a major tournament officially.
Hell yes, it is. Let's go.
And we thank the American Kubb Association for that honor. And I think we had a great tournament this year. 47 registered teams.
It was an enormous day of competition, enormous, and there are still like tens of people here watching the finals.
So we thank everyone who participated today and making this our biggest tournament yet.
Okay, so we're back to the blasting here. Dan Ivanuck, he's throwing his first baton.
Okay.
So after 2 batons, he's cleared 5 out of the 6 field coups, which is a good result. Not quite an immaculate result, but a good result. You can see Adam's shadow as you're standing there blasting at 4 meters now. Your own shadow is a bit of an issue.
Correct.
There's Adam pushing his baton through.
So let's see what
they have 3 shots for try to make some hay on the baseline.
Exactly.
With 3 baselines is your man.
3
for 3 would really buoy their spirits.
Yeah, I think they need
2 would make the game competitive. And there's a miss.
Looked like that came out of Damon's hand as a little bit of a flutterer. Very too much spin
But
roll.
also, we're also the database.
I don't know, potent 8-meter flare, but he misses the ball.
There he goes.
He did what we call crowning, and he picked the top of the tube, managed to knock it over in the tall grass. So that's +1 for the Chippewaffles. I think we come away feeling like it's a bit of a missed opportunity.
I agree. Yes, I would. Especially the strength of this opponent, and
We got to make every opportunity count, get every
Yeah.
chance it can. Yeah, I agree.
but stranger things have happened. It's far from over, but
Well, see, I mean, one thing I've been observing all day and trying to all weekend is that Evan's drill game doesn't have a lot of cracks in the armor. I mean, he steps up the drill, and you feel like he's just going to build a campfire at that red stake.
yeah.
Why would a right-handed player drill towards the right stake? What's the thinking?
So you want to try and get your close to the stake as possible, and build a pile around that red stake, and use that red stake initially, really as your off your first cube as a stopper, and then you build that
Like a backboard.
backboard, yeah, and then from there you're building the rest of those cubes along that.
Sort of pouring them into that wall,
Yeah.
which Evan is an
And,
absolute master of.
you know,
he's pushing them into that. retaining
Yes,
it all
and
that
I mean,
together.
look, everyone, most right-handed players prefer to cut the cube, meaning they'll throw it with a spin and counterclockwise spin to the left for it to bounce to the right.
So you have to take all of the 5 minutes we're going to need to stand up these cubes, but I can point out to the audience that Evan drilled a penalty cube, meaning he had a second chance with the cube, drilled it out of bounds the second time after bringing it out of bounds the first time. Rare occasion for him, so that means the Chippewaffles will be able to take one of the, looks like 7 drilled cubes and put it wherever they want.
And this is really the type of break that you're, as a Chippewaffle, you're hoping for, right? So this kind of gives them the opportunity to stay in the game, depending on how this.
Back up and talk about this cut idea. So cube spinning counterclockwise, and you're hoping it hits on its point and kind of controlled way.
Controlled kick to the right.
Kicks to the right.
Yeah.
So that's what brings that right hand stake into play. It's
Correct.
having it to blast it.
This camera, that camera.
Oh, he was set to throw, but the Chippewas had not
They're
faced the penalty.
thinking of where they want to do it. They talking about a king. Yeah, they're talking about
Way behind a king. Oh, and they're going to go behind the king.
Yeah.
That's an exciting choice. So they have the choice, Rich, to put it anywhere they want. Instead of putting it deep into their half to try to make it more difficult throw, what's the thought process behind it?
So I'm thinking that they're looking at the drill that Evan made and fell.
It's a move that fell with
I
gravity.
think they think it's going to take maybe 3 or 4 sticks to clear. So why not?
Clear those the
Yeah.
ones bunch, the 6 bunch. by the
So
red
why
stick.
not, put it closer to potentially get that line if they, happen to miss or airmail.
So then if they miss the one by the king, it's more meaningful.
Yes,
That's the thing.
exactly.
Do you think, I'm just looking at the conditions here. Oh, those 2 nice throws by Adam, putting up 5 of the 7 field cubes. Do you think the slanty sun into the eyes of the Team ED has anything to do with making this a slightly more difficult shot behind the king?
Maybe that could be what they're thinking about.
I don't know. It seems like an unorthodox choice to go for that short placement. I mean, with players as good as Evan and Dobbie are, clearing that cube behind the king isn't a particularly tough shot in normal conditions. But
In normal conditions, yeah.
There it is. Clears it with 1 throw.
Nice. Yeah.
So I don't know that I'm calling that a success if I'm the Chippewa.
2 hours. If you're flying, I was saying.
Dobbie steps up with the in bunny on. If he hits here, which he does, now he has to shot up the king for the winning of this game.
Yeah, in that situation, maybe that behind the king was
I
not.
think behind the king was a very unorthodox choice. I wouldn't have made that choice. There's Dobbie for the win. And he hits us. That's A1. So for his ED. We're at the West Coast Kubb Championships, the 2026 edition, also 10th annual version of the tournament here in South Pasadena, California, alongside Rich Fineza. I'm Julian and Petrillo. So game 1 of the championships is just finished. It's gone to Team ED. That's Josh, Dobbie, Feathers, and Heaven Fitzgerald.
That was brilliant. That was brilliant. I was like, don't do that.
A sense of the ideal players of Jared versus Ian. There's a lot of looking at these guys. You're yucking it up, they're backslapping. What's sort of the tone of a game of Kubb at high level?
I think, as much as everyone wants to and they are competitive, there's just a level of sportsmanship that seems to be pervasive in all forms of Kubb. Everyone cheers when you are good shot and appreciates when good shots and good drills are made. And I think it's why we enjoy this game and why, why it's very gentlemanly person's game.
Would you slash the tires of some individual, or would you think you'd be able to resist that?
Definitely resist.
Yeah. So here's Tina Chippewaffles made a statement now, going 0-2 on their first turn, and that can't be a satisfying
They need to
result
start
for
with
them.
at least one there.
They're staggering roulette.
And now they've got the sun in their face, which is not ideal
Probably
for
got
them.
the worst field.
Yeah.
Here's Team ED throwing 4 batons without having to drill any. Those are missed by ever.
Sorry, I think beyond 0 would be good, but ideally 2.
So there are 2 more shots here from Dobbie.
Well, it's the European Championship thing.
There's the Dobbie's felt very clean, very straight ahead aiming strategy. He moves his feet every time he hits a Kubb. He moves so he's then flush on to the next shot. He doesn't do what, for example, I do, as other players do, some other players, which just stand in one place and kind of rotate his hand. He moves his feet each time and lets go of the baton so it's square on. Seems to be a routine. His routine is obviously a big part of any Kubb players, any high-level Kubb players.
Routine, obviously a consistent kind of form, right? And you want predictability. Repeatability, exactly. Those are the attributes of a very good player. Have you played Dobbie before for Nationals?
I was teamed once with Dobbie 2 years ago at the National Championships with my player, and I can tell you he's a great team.
Far, and it's
He's strategic. He's very good in his acumen, sort of IQ, if you will.
Yep.
Totally coming from a place of like, what's going to be the best choice on the shot. I think one thing I like to say to players, younger or less experienced players a lot, is there's always a reason to decide whether you're going to shot. It's never random. It's not like, should I hit this one or this one? It doesn't matter. Just do it. And Dobbie's a real practitioner. He's great at it.
And Dan just missed on his first baton.
He missed 1 or 2.
He missed
At least 1, it looks like. They have 4 shots left and 1 full Kubb to clear. So the Chippewaffles on their heels. Done. Okay, Adam, you're just textbook kind of raised gaming through. Oh,
game's over.
Okay, game 3. Looks like the king just succumbed to gravity there. So you mentioned earlier that the West Coast Kubb Championships under this umbrella of the American Kubb Association, who was sign up again for the American Kubb Association is freewillamerton.org. He's like the Australian Open. So there are 3 other majors. Talk about those.
The next upcoming major is the Midwest
Kubb
Kubb Championships. That's in April. I think, I'm not sure, weekend maybe 12th. But that is in Batavia, Illinois.
Okay.
And several of those
key misses from the Chippewas. They're just not making hay right now.
I think we've got a couple of players from
Batavia
here playing, including Dan, I believe, right? Is Dan from Batavia?
Dan Ivanuck. I don't think he is actually, but he's from Illinois, so he's definitely close to those west, yeah.
So yes, that will be the second major.
So that's major number 2. Major number 3
is Nationals.
Is the
East Coast Championships.
East Coast Kubb Championship, which is the American Kubb Association, I think, did a really good job of kind of viewing the map of North America in a wide lens and saying, okay, west, middle, and east.
Yep.
And then the fourth major, I think you maybe would think of it as the sort of the crown jewel.
The Masters, if you're a golf fan,
is the U.S. National Championships in July in Oak Park.
July 4th. Yep. First July weekend after 4th of July.
Under the stewardship of Eric Anderson and his team, and that tournament is just. I've been going there for about 8 years, Mitch.
The other people from the
and that tournament has grown by leaps and bounds. In the meantime, Evan Fitzgerald throwing 3 cubes, took one of them out of bounds twice.
Yeah. Very unusual. Again, working off some rust probably.
And Evan hitting what we call the beak of a cube, the corner, the pointy corner of a cube. We're missing the Dobbie. So this is a bit of a turn of events in the direction of the Chippewaffles, depending on how this plays out here over the next 4 batons.
And I've seen Dobbie count.
What's Dobbie doing?
He's basing off how far that cube is from the baseline, so you can get an idea of what type of throw he's using. So,
meaning what? So he's going to step back from the baseline?
No, I think he just has a number in his head. He knows exactly what, if it's a 7.5 foot or 6.5.
So the white stakes are 8 meters. So this looks like about 7 meters.
Meters. That's right. Yeah.
And then Dobbie says, "Okay, this is 7 meters," and he like punches that into his internal computer, and then out comes the throw.
Correct.
Wow.
Yeah, I saw that earlier today, and it's the first I've actually seen someone do that.
Yeah, no, that's methodical. Really methodical. That cleared it, but then he bounced one. It looked like 7 meters was still a little bit to his head there, actually.
All right.
He's going to hit the reset button. Here goes Ivanuck. So Evan's got one more shot and Dobbie has one more shot. I think he can really put a stranglehold on this game if they don't hit, but there's a miss.
I think this is going to benefit the Waffles for sure.
I think if this baton is a miss, the Chippewaffles feel like they've got the momentum swinging back for that. And Dobbie says, "No, thank you. I'll give you a hut."
And I think
you down 4-2.
I think if you were Dan and Adam and you had Evan throw 3 cubes and only get away with,
+0.
Plus.
Yeah. Or even +1, you think is a little bit of a...
I think that's a win.
A win, okay.
Yeah. Because you would have thought maybe Evan would get a nice 3 coup pile, knocking one baton, and then getting potentially the nose.
Which looks to me like, I'm just observing here, like Adam steps up in that situation is in a bit of a hurry to Zio, thinking, okay, we're going to grab some momentum here. Now, when you rush like that, it can, of course, work against you, right?
It definitely can. And, I think every player has his own rhythm. I think I've seen, Evan will kind of quickly drill, and that's just his rhythm, and, getting stride. Right. So I think, depending on who you are, what type of player you are, that just be part of your rhythm, and it doesn't really matter what situation you're in.
Okay, so some guys like to go.
Yeah.
So there's a fairly tidy 4-coup drill from Adam. The Chippewaffles have to be looking at clearing this in 2 and then doing some damage on the climb.
I agree. Yeah, that's the goal if I'm them.
If you take 3 batons to clear this, that feels like and there's only one coup from Dan. That feels like a bit of a mistake already.
Right.
And there he is, just with one more. So that's 2 throws and 2 coups. That's not the outcome there in the court.
No.
I know too, indicated
Yeah, steps up moving right when the sun bounces one.
I was crosses.
Tough outcome. I really feel like the sun is playing more and more of a role. A nice throw from Dan.
Here, Dan.
A nice double.
Yeah,
2 throws from Adam, and if he hits 1, I think they feel like they kind of treaded water, and if he hits none, they feel like they really missed a chance there. Neither one. So it's got to be deflating.
They live on the East Coast. About it,
no, I don't think it happened though.
And so now you're Evan, and look, one thing I love about Evan's game, and I haven't played him that often. Les, you said he hasn't played in the last 5 seasons. He's just methodical. He's not marine. Maybe there's an inner clock in his head saying, okay, this game is coming to me, but he's very deliberate about what he's doing, and he just lays his tubes down like it's any other turn.
And I think that's the mentality you kind of want to take, right? It's like, I'm very good at this, so you feel confident and you just attack it. Right?
Sure, and just play your game.
Play your game.
Just here I am. This is what I do. I'm not going to change it just because this is the gold medal match right over.
Exactly.
Here's that minute. Not right now. 3 or 4. Which two did get him one throw?
And who does?
That's the third point.
This could be it.
It's a huge throw. So the Team ED has got to be thinking,
Yes.
okay, we got anything more advice for
Yeah, if I'm in them right now, I'm thinking, let's just close this out.
Dobbie was on the back line with a miss.
It's a little short.
On his face and his body language.
Sometimes it's more like you. I think it's sometimes like you feel like it's right there, and maybe you rust something just a little bit.
So here's 2 throws from Evan to hit the last baseline cube. If either one connects, they likely win the championship, and that's a nice. So he's going to turn it over to Dobbie to go back to 8 minutes.
I think it's really cool.
Dobbie's been throwing in there all day.
Yeah.
And even in back, it plays it.
Oh, that's a miss from Bob, so that's 2 misses. So this match would go on.
They'll keep going.
Chippewaffles will have another turn. Here's Evan. This is an important shot for Evan, and he does not hit it. So that's 0 for 3 there.
You got to be very, very relieved there if you're the
Chippewaffles feel like, okay, if we're going to make any noise in this match, this is it.
This is it. They have to figure it out.
I agree. Is there desperation at this point? Is it like if we don't make noise, we've blown it? What's your feeling as the Chippewaffles on this turn?
Yeah, I think they're probably going to feel that if they don't take advantage and get 3 baselines maybe, and I think they will definitely feel like
Adam goes wood on wood and just bounces that last cube to about 6 meters.
A self-PK.
That's a self. In other words, he's put a cube out where no other cubes are connected to it, which you would do with a penalty court.
Correct.
And did it to himself, and that's deflating.
Just throw it back. So it's just an additional baton you have to use.
It's an additional baton. Now, of course, if you're the Chippewaffles, you're thinking, well, that one's out there at 6 meters. I might be able to hit it with a strong throw and bang the baton into the back row and get a double. But that's just a small, low percentage shot. So
correct.
The Team ED is going to stand up the 4 cubes that are near the pin, which look to be fairly well grouped. And the Chippewaffles have to be thinking to clear that in 1 or at the most 2 batons, right?
For sure. I mean, it's looking like it's probably a 3 baton for all, at the minimum to get
to clear all the field.
the whole field, yeah.
It's a fairly tidy drill by Adams, giving them some decisions.
Far left one is though. I feel like that left one might be out of a quad, potential.
This deeper one, the one that's at about 4.95 meters.
Correct.
Yeah. All right, so here comes Dan with the sun in his eyes, trying to get a few goose that are up the stake with 1 shot, and his shot goes right over the goose.
Oh.
And the second shot is also a miss.
This is, you're Dan, not feeling good right now.
That's just a stake in the heart, I think, of the Chippewa. And I felt he rushed his second field,
Which
because he was so mad about his first throw, he couldn't wait to make up for it with a second one.
I think, sometimes you want to take a step off and take another breath, right? But he did go right into it.
Almost a single from Dan, so he's got to be upset about that.
So, I mean, I think that is the difference. Like when we're drilling, I think the rhythm is more important in terms of getting and going, at your rhythm.
Right.
Whereas you're throwing a baton, you want to collect your thoughts and be more deliberate.
So they use 4 batons now. They still have this 6 meter self-penalty food to clear. Which, just to be honest, that was the 6th baton.
That's 6 baton.
Oh, that was my bad. Okay, so that was their final baton. He was looking to try to make a scratch on the baseline, but he didn't do it.
Yeah, so that is going to be tough to recreate.
That's a tough turn for the Chippewa.
Unless something really goes squirrely here on this drill, it might be.
Then here's another very down. just repetitive, predictable, repeatable approach to his game. He's saying to himself, I got 5 cubes to drill. I've got 1 on the baseline. If I put these together and we get them down in maybe 2 shots, it's a match.
That's you're right. That's the thought process.
Check a couple of sidelines here. It's like 1 cube out. And
Just one.
Just 1 out. Okay, so Evan has 1 refro here. What's your mentality with 1 refro in this situation?
Well, obviously you want to avoid a PK, but I think he's going to come. I think he's going left to right. Oh yeah, so he just planted
very settled, right?
He planted it right in the background.
I think what you said first is the biggest headline shift. Don't put it out and give another time.
No.
Just make sure it's in bounds.
Yeah. Maybe we can mention the sponsor for this match again.
Yeah, well, this match has seen, this tournament has seen quite a bit of sponsor activity. I know the LA Kubb Club, lakubb.org, LAKUBB.org, always looking for new players. They built new Kubb sets this year. It was a big expense. And we got on a bunch of sponsors. And they were all around the pitches on signage, and we were glad to have them. This cage pitch is sponsored by the Marsh McClellan Agency, a healthcare firm on the west side of LA, and one of their employees is kind of a tangential participant here at the LA Kubb Club, and he said we'd love to make this happen, and so we're so glad to have the MMA on board with us.
So it looks like this. Oh, almost say it, but
That's a 2 cube play by Evan.
The drill kind of came a little Stonehenge-y, like it kind of
Came apart a little bit.
came apart. Yeah, spready. So yeah, now they're having to burn maybe even 4 battalions, depending on what happens too.
Yeah, so 2 so far. Now look at Dobbie's shadow and Evan's shadow, which by the way hasn't moved, are spread right across those drilled cues things.
Yeah, so they.
To me, that's a real distraction, those shadow things. They really get in my head because I focused my attention right on the pitch as that cube goes down. So that's 4 down. Here's 1. If this throw hits, championship line cruisers team. Those shadows to me are a real issue. Even on the baseline, Dobbie's shadows tippling that whiskey.
There it is.
Clutch throw from Dobbie here at the 2026 West Coast Kubb Championships gold medal final. Team ED with 1 throw for the win. 1 gold medal.
Can you believe America, Fitz?
That was great.
That's a win. Team ED, Josh Dobbie Fires and Ivanuck Fitzgerald.
Evan returns to the podium.
Evan returns to the podium. I think this is his 3rd trip to the top level of the podium here at the West Coast Kubb Championships. With a win, Team ED or the Chippewaffles, Adam Holtz and down, who put up a valiant effort, but seemed to be on their heels throughout.
Yeah, they just couldn't find their rhythm, and missing 8s.
They never got on offense.
They never
really
they
put a dangerous turn out there.
Yeah.
I didn't think.
No, they felt a little out of sorts for whatever reason. But
Well, congratulations to Team ED. Again, the winners of the gold bracket championship match here at the 10th annual West Coast Kubb Championships. We want to thank the American Kubb Association, who has done a great job of codifying and organizing the 4 major championships in North America, and are always working for players of every ability level and every experience level to sign up at their website, KubbAmerica.org. So, membership is free. Doesn't deluge you with emails, and also puts you in touch with like-minded players around the country, organic, every experience level. You don't have to be a great leader. Get something at KubbAmerica.org. Just that for people who want to have a good time and play this very big. So we encourage anybody to listen, come to us, those sign-ups, and we are now out of the broadcast to do the trophy presentation.
yeah, it was great. It's a pleasure to watch and broadcast this with you.
Rich, it's great to have you alongside. Rich Fineza, I'm Julian Petrillo, signing off the 2026 West Coast Kubb Championship. Thanks for watching.